Well, we have our tires here. This here guy's got lots of air in it, but it seems to need some. So we ran up to the van and grabbed the compressor. They need to get aired up to put on the back. There's our compressor home with us. Anyways, we're doing her on the cheap. 5 liters of some of these other oils, like certain name brands and stuff, for 60-70 bucks for 5 liters of it. So I just got the old Supertech Walmart brand, 28 bucks. And we got a Fram oil filter and air filter. I live in the middle of nowhere, so unless I go like to the city, I can't get any more popular or maybe considered better brands, but we're using Fram and we're using Supertech. So this air filter and oil change is about $45. So no, $55, sorry for my math. Yeah, so feeling pretty good about that. Kinda. For the old Ram here, we've seen that her air filter is pretty well black, so she's probably hasn't been changed anytime soon. I'm sure of that. So we'll pop that out. Wonder if I have to take the whole thing off, or can I just get her out like that maybe? Nope, I think I gotta take her off. That's okay. Down here, I think she does have a Fram air filter on her anyways. Yeah, it's kind of popular around in the middle of nowhere, so that's what you get. So we'll do that. Let's do an oil change, because she's pretty, I don't know if he's really took a look at it, but there's way too much oil in it right here. And we went ahead and ran a little bit more, but it just smells like old oil. There's no coolant. Yeah, just drop the time. But yeah, the oil looks pretty gross in it. I have aspirations of getting GoPro for my head, so that, yeah, I think that'll be the best camera option for us. Yeah, anyways, here we are. The engine oil sticks halfway out, but yeah, she's pretty dirty, so we're gonna change her up. And I realize now that I think that our filter wrench is at her shop, right? I'm trying to do some of this in the driveway too, just to show you. It's pretty budget. This is a budget oil change and little budget tune-up, but I didn't buy plugs or wires or nothing last night, so that'll come along. Just use some of that stuff. But anyways, we need to get some coolant, I think, today, because she's a little bit down. She didn't get hot. We ran her yesterday for quite a while. I did, just to check for leaks. She didn't get hot, but there's nothing. It's hard to see it. She's low. Nothing in the reservoir. You can hear it there. So we have to put some coolant into her. I think when the last owner changed the water pump, probably didn't top the coolant back up. It's not in the engine, not coming out on the ground, so must be something like that, or just maybe not checked in a while. I don't know, but we'll do that. We need a few different little things, but right now, this morning, today, doesn't look like morning. It's 10 o'clock. It feels like it's dark. Anyway, so we're gonna do an oil change and switch out these rear tires with those fellas, air them up. All small stuff you're used to, but look at the rust underneath it from smacking that frame, eh? But oiled up now. She's coming along. Can't wait to go 4x4. Well, normally I wouldn't put on rims that look that rusty, but like I keep on mentioning here, I'm just trying to get the old girl up and running and going on the road again. But look at these great winter tires. They're better than having the summers on. So if I had no, I don't have more time, don't care, but it'd be nice to put those winters on those rims. But anyhow, they're only 16s, small little rims. Not used to that almost anymore. The Ford has 16s too. They probably fit right on here. Unsure though. Yeah, that there's looking pretty rough. maybe we'll go grab the welder there later and do some welding in the driveway. But this is what we're doing now. These tires changed on anyways, at the very least. And I was gonna grab another jack. We have the jacks at the shop. This is what I call the driveway jack. She's I need to put another seal in her. There, she's leaking. So we're using the block to increase the. Anyways, I need another jack or put another seal in it for the driveway. Like having one in the driveway. But man, it's dark today. Might have to put the work light on under there, changing the oil. But that's what we're doing. So here we are. We're into the brakes. They're still good, but we'll be putting shoes on it, and that this wheel cylinder's not leaking or anything. We're loving that. The drum looks alright too, so probably use that, but we'll be putting another set of shoes on it at some point for sure. Yeah, if your jack is leaking and she lost her stroke, maybe put a board underneath it and the block on top of it. That's what I do. I'm not recommending that you do that, but that's something I do to get by. Okay, so like we said, the gent told us that the brake lines were busted and that we bought the truck from. Well, found the culprit here. It's the wheel cylinder's busted. And the emergency brake is amazing to be holding yesterday, because there's no pad left on that there shoe or over here. So she's going to need rear brake pads, shoes. She's going to need rear brake shoes. And a wheel cylinder there. Springs and everything look fine, but I'll probably go ahead and change them out too. But pretty happy, very happy. Geez, they look like GM brakes to me. Anyways, let's keep on arguing which one's the best. Man, I was bad for putting down on Dodges. I hope everybody makes fun of me. It's okay, it's okay. But yeah, we'll have to change out them there shoes and everything. But guess what we're doing right now? I'm putting the drum back on it, putting the winter tire back on it. Like I said, we're not stopping at anything. We're completing the truck. We'll have to grab some shoes to put on the back. We'll have to fix up the back brakes. We need brakes. Doesn't matter how they go ahead, they need to be able to stop, right? Right? Like, brakes are important. The gold truck that we have up there in the woods, the GMC, well, she has no brakes, but I'm thinking about maybe running a couple of lines right from the master cylinder, maybe even over the top of the engine into the flexos. I don't know, but it's going to be a fancy brake setup. Yeah, and it will double too as brakes to slow down with, around the farm and around the property and stuff. We'll be doing like that, but it'll also work as a line lock, for when we go see some pavement somewhere with it. Anyhow, that's a story for another day. We're working on Lucky right now today, checking out the brakes, trying to see what we got here, and I think we got a pretty good truck. Yeah. Anybody gonna guess at how much we paid for the truck? I will say that we got a deal on it, so you can make a guess. I love seeing the comments and see what the guesses are. So this is what we're using on our 318. We're using the frame extra guard. I don't recommend them. That's just, well, it's better. That one, I think, is better than this one. So this is what came out of it. That's what we're putting into her. It takes a couple of minutes to do. This guy here comes up front, then this guy goes on top. Right there. So we put it together. I think that's what I did yesterday. I put her together, then I put it on, and then the band clamp. Just hit her with the old screwdriver. Right here. We've all seen that one before. Yeah, hit her with the screwdriver. We're just waiting for the oil to, it says 4 liters, 4.7 liters for these. Anyways, that's what we put in her of our conventional Super Tech from Walmart. Anyways, this is I'm gonna try to tune the whole thing up for a couple $100, right? So I guess we're probably, what we say this morning, 55 or something into it. So get some good plugs and wires. I don't hear her missing. We'll see though, but probably should use some new plugs, I'm sure. Probably some wires and probably a new cap too. I don't know. But anyhow, so So far so good. We're all oiled up, and I don't know, I didn't love well, actually, this thing with the oil filter that was on it, I grabbed it with my hand and I turned it and it came right off. Wonderful. Like, almost a first for me. Usually it's like, oh my god, get the friggin' wrenches out and stuff like that, right? But oil filter wrenches galore and everything. Nope, just grabbed it and took her off. So when I put it on, I rolled it on and one extra one, and she should be good to go. But yeah, just air filter service. Remove air cleaner housing from engine prior to opening, so nothing drops down in there with you guys driving around and starting with the filter off. Is what it is. They warned me. Okay guys, a couple of our buddies. We have the generator and the welder, little MIG welder. A lot of times, a lot of people like to use gas. This is just what I find. A lot of people like to use gas, but you know what? When you're trying to weld up stuff like this, gas isn't always your friend. It blows right through it. So a little flex core, a lot of the times, is pretty good. People confuse flex core and we need a bottle of gas on that there, but we're not welding that stuff. We're not welding the frame. You need the gas or stick welder when you're doing that. MIG welder flex works too, but anyways, my point is you don't always need gas, boys and girls. You know, you don't always need gas. Sometimes the flex core works just fine, sometimes the sticks work just fine. So that's where we're at. But here's our piece of steel. It's got somewhat of a shape in it and a lot of rust on it already. Rusting coming right from the factory. How do you like that? Anyways, I think that we can get something like this going, something like this happening. Of course, we're going to trim it up and get going, but that gives you an idea. Then over on this side, didn't even crawl underneath her yet. Didn't even crawl underneath her. But maybe the Silverado muffler I have laying around, I might be able to get that going and then send her out. The fella might be able to cut off the ends here and make some true duals. Don't know what's going to happen. Maybe it won't even fit. Try something like that out. Personally, I like cherry bomb mufflers. They sound like fishing boats, and it's only recently that I found out that my favorite sound of vehicle is a lobster fishing boat from the 80s. Probably with a 292 or a 350 in it, or a 302 or a 318 maybe. But yeah, I think that's mostly what I like. V8s on glass packs. But we'll get this guy, and then we're going to come over here and work at this guy. This guy got a lot of moss and dirt in there to hold her together, so I just want to get them patched up and then we can start working on the rest of the body. Like I said, we're waiting until spring or whatever to paint the whole truck. I don't know if I'm going to paint the whole truck though. I think I'm just going to clean it. I mean, that red color looks really nice. Person could just run along here with the tape, even leave the gray in there, right? The silver, is it silver or gray? I don't know. But yeah, we can come right along this line here, the whole thing, and then right around the whole truck. Because all of the red looks pretty good. Not down there, it doesn't, but all the rest of it looks pretty good. The silver looks pretty good in most spots too, but then you have stuff like this that need to get cleaned up and around here. Anyways, I think you know what I'm getting around to. All the way down, maybe black. You hang around with me long enough and you'll notice most things turn black in the end. Like other wild colors too, but I think that's what we'll do. Anyhow, we're just going to try to do some patching up right now. Well, here's a little bit of the progress so far. We'll call it progress. Anyways, we're going to go right in here. I think you see what I'm doing. I'll get a little something to stick, and then I'll probably put a couple of drill in the back here, because it goes right over to the back of the fender, right? We'll get the top part, and then we'll join the bottom part in there with our welder. Yeah, we'll get it. Anyways, just the quick one. Well, once again, another case if it is anyways, if it works, right? Look at that. There's no more hole there. Lots of patches and welds. So next up, where are we at here? Grab some from the shop for us. Home to do here in the driveway. We got some body filler here. Use some plastic filler on it. Clean it right up. So get some steel welded in. I've decided I'm going to take out those inner fenders. It's a nice shape in there, but look, she's rusting her up here. So we'll get in there, clean it up a little bit, put a little bit of some sort of undercoating on it. But there you go. The hole is actually gone. So I can see that this is going to be turning into maybe a body job yet. I don't know. I'm not sure. Yeah. But hey, it is what it is. We'll figure it out. Got that there patched up pretty good so far. And then over here, this one's not as bad, so I say that now. Once the whole fender fall off when we touch it with the grinder. That's happened before. Yeah, anyways, we're gonna fill her up and get something on her right now. And I done that patch, now I see the whole body work. She's almost time for her body job, but nope. Trying to make her to the spring. Welds on it. I forgot to hit it with the hammer for you. You usually like to see me hit it with the hammer first. There's our patch. And man, she looks horrible. As always, until we sand it and patch it again and all that kind of thing. Y'all know how that goes. Do her 20 times and then she's going to look all right. No, not really. A couple of times, we'll get her looking good. We're losing our sunlight here at, I don't know what it is, 4 o'clock or something. So the guy might be working in the dark and or just leave it alone for the rest of the night, I think. I think that's what I might do. Maybe tomorrow pick back up at it, but I don't know if it's going to rain tomorrow or what, so should at least finish up this one patch here. I want to try this here muffler on there. We'll take her under, see where she what she looks like, and we'll jump on the ground. Come on down the ground, guys. You go underneath the truck. Oh, I'm not getting any taller. Oh, doesn't that look nice? I think we could make this work. I think we could. Let me put you down for 1 second. Well, here we are. There's the... I don't want to call it new muffler, but I think it might be too close to the drive shaft, believe it or not. It's a little bit bigger than this guy. I'm going to try to fit her up, but that was no good anyways, right? But she sounds nice right now off of there. It's just catalytic converter into that. But we're going to try to get this guy on. Just around there. Anyhow, that's what we're doing. Here we are, guys. We've done a little bit of work. Not much. How's she sound? Patched this up today. We didn't fill it out. It's only cut dark quick. Here we are. Let's see if you can hear this under there. How's that sound? The old ram's got a bark to her. I think that's what we like. Good times. I'm gonna check the coolant now. I noticed she was down a little bit there, but here we are. We well, I decided to, well, the muffler did fit, but I didn't put it on. I think I like the sound of her better the way she is. We patched this up for today. We'll call it today. Wow, what's going on there? I never looked at body filler at night with a camera, but it seems to be glowing. Whatever. She learned some new stuff. Wonders that's the toxic part of it, huh? Anyhow, wear your mask when you're playing with body filler all the time. So we're gonna come in here. I did, and your guys are in the dark too. I see that. But I did go ahead and check the coolant. We put in a little extra coolant in it. I know you can hear it already, huh? Oh, she's got the rumble. Oh, she sounds even better. It's kind of like when you hook up subwoofers, you don't really notice them first. Take a walk away, take a shower, come back, they pound harder. Now listen to our exhaust. I'm gonna put you under, maybe. So you can hear it. That sound all right? I think it sounds wonderful. I wonder if the neighbors think the same. Yeah. Pop the hood here. Yeah, this is my first Dodge. Turns out I'm liking it a lot. I usually put leather seats in most of my own trucks, except for Cherry there, she's so original. But I usually put leather seats in all my own trucks. But this guy here, if they don't come with leather, but this guy here, they're just so clean, I'm not changing them out. They're not even power. Usually I take 10 trucks and make one, right? Anybody else do that kind of thing? Don't ever put your fingers in there, especially in the dark, eh? But I'm going to. Oh yeah, baby. Don't do that. I did that to make sure our alternator's still spinning. I don't think we're going to have any trouble with that for 6 months. It'll probably die then. But how's our truck sounding? Oh yeah, that 5.2 power. Making all the jokes, but she does have 230 horsepower, which is a lot in 1998 for some of these trucks. A lot of them still had 140 and things like that, right? Turn on the dome light for ourselves. Here, we have original tape deck. Can't play us a song, you know how that goes. But look, there's one crack in the dash. Only one crack. These second gens, I've seen quite a few of them around before, and basically no top on the dash. There's actually one of my turnoffs about them. Straighten around here is driving me crazy. Remember how our tailgate wasn't working correctly? Yeah. I put it up and I kind of forgot about it. Don't turn your back on something. That old story, eh? Whacked me right in the head. That's okay. It used to be in the extraction planes. You'd be getting turtled all the time with your hard hat on, hitting pipes above it, standing up or something. But yeah, JB is really happy with the Ram 1500. She needs some work, but I mean, we don't even have a light on in the dash. And as you see, when we start her up, they all come on, right? So they're out. Lots of oil pressure in her. I'm sure there's other YouTubers that'd be proud of her exhaust work. I wish it could sound how it sounds to my ear, because it sounds good. And like I say, the neighbors roll up windows. The old van that we have, she has roll up windows. I can honestly not even think of the last time I had a rig with roll up windows in her. Gas pedal is in great shape. I'm showing you everything in the dark, right? Anyhow, not a lot of KMs on her. 197. That's not a lot of kilometers. Look at how fast we're going in Canada. How slow you guys are going in America, huh? Just joking. I thought that when I was a kid, though. What was the point of it? I don't understand. Yeah, Canada. Oh, I'm happy with this Ram. I hope everybody else in the neighborhood is too. We'll turn around here, I'll show you. Look, all the lights are on. I didn't take any of them out or put any tape on them. younger versions of myself would do things like that. Take the cluster apart and pull all the bulbs out before inspection day. No lights on in the dash. There's little Jerry. This will make a... you can't really see it. Anyways. So... I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm doing something. There is something happening with this car. Yes, there is. We're going to do something. See the 78 with the star? There's a star right there. 78 in the circle. I'm thinking about one on there, one on the hood, and one over there in the door. I don't know. I'm thinking lots of different things with it. Anyhow, she's on the back burner for now. But right over here, we're just gonna lay out some let's call them sick welds, because they probably should be in intensive care. Yeah. But what I'm doing here, this is the piece we put in. So we have to fire up the old Jenny and our little flux core, and we're gonna weld away. On this side here, we got as far as welding it in, and we got our first skim of filler on it. The first one, that's it though. Want to get it bolted that around there. We might be taking her into the shop at some point here. I mean, the shop that we have ourselves. See, I wanted to leave these off, then I see wiring down there. Anyways, we'll figure it out. And looks like our back tire, well, I don't know how many pounds of air I got in it. I might only got 10 or 12 in it, and plus I put a load of the gear on the back. I'm putting her to work right away. We have our compressor here, so we'll fill her back up, and maybe that rusted rim might be leaking. Maybe. Anyways, we'll get that straight out. That's small fries. The bumper's leaning ahead a bit. I'm very tempted to turn the Silverado around and back her into it, or maybe drive her up against something flat. I think I might try to put a couple of light bars, the smaller light bars in there. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But I just want to get these couple of patches done, and then we'll go back at I'll have to order parts. Apparently I tried to buy some parts at one of the places that we get parts at. I like getting them at Canadian Tire, to be honest with you. If I can, I'll buy them there. Sometimes they're 10 more bucks more expensive, sometimes they're $20 cheaper. But I like to try to buy them at Canadian Tire, just one shop, right? That's where I get all the tools at too. They got a good warranty for lifetimes. So I like to try to buy my parts there. They sell lifetime parts, but that's not what we're trying to buy. But anyways, the truck's a little bit older. She's 25 years old, so not a lot of stuff was in stock, or we would have did the wheels, the brakes, our wheel cylinders and our brake shoes. And I like to put pads on it, and of course then I want to put shocks on it. But all of our brake lines are good. Our frame is shaping up, and we're patching up our holes here. So we'll get that done. And the inside of it, just mint. Just mint so far. See if this door's ready to open yet. Keep on spraying it. They get caught on the bottom latch, right? But we'll get it. We will get it. Ooh, look at that. She's sending money back out at us. More life savings there. You deal with enough cars and stuff, that becomes your life savings after a while. Anyhow, we're patching her up, and that's it. All right, we have our little patch welded in, a couple of little pieces, and as always, it's not stupid if it works, right? Give her a little tap here. I know you just like the tap on the old hammer, but yeah, look, you just get into that old rusty stuff, get yourself cleaned up some. If you have to do a patch like this, and you got $100 welder or a couple $100 welder, a good welder is about just so everybody's clear on this, a good welder is somewhere in and around $25,000 to $40,000. So if someone's telling you, oh, you don't have a good welder with a couple $100 welder, or you need a $3,500 one, well, guess what, guys? Like, you're not getting into a good welder until you're spending $25,000, and that is the way that is. We have lots of other ones, and you know, if you use your hand and you're kind of crafty with it, you can make a weld happen. Here's my tech tip, though. See, we have a little piece of steel hung on there, so you're looking for a spot to put your ground, right? Just weld yourself something on to the part that you're going to weld, and then when you're done, you either leave it in there to be part of the system if you can figure it out like that, or you just cut her off, right? Right now we'll clean up our welds some, and then, not with a zip cut though, maybe we'll use a zip cut, I don't know, I seem to use it for everything, but don't do anything you see me doing with the grinder. But anyhow, we'll clean it all up, and then we'll maybe throw a little bit of filler on it. It's pretty cold today. Not really cold, I mean it's 2 degrees or something, 2 Canadian degrees, so yeah, 2 Canadian degrees, and yesterday was 17 Canadian degrees, so it was pretty warm, and it's much colder today, 15-degree difference. So, but anyways, this is what we're doing. We got her patched up, and that patch works. Patch to pass, safety pass. My friend told me that. Patch to pass. We're hitting her with that. She's just this, if we hit this here, that'll dent probably even faster than that will. It is paper thin. That's why I keep saying, when you hear the people say, oh, it's just got a little surface rust on it. It is surface rust, but it goes right through the whole thing. All half a, well, I don't know how thick it is. It's not very thick. It's construction paper thick. So, you know, it's going to be rusty on either side. I'm rambling, but just one of those, the surface rust stuff is, well, it's rot, is what it is. It's rot, and it doesn't go away unless you completely replace the steel. But you can mask it up, you can doctor it up a little bit. You can put her on life support, is what I'm saying to you, for a little bit longer. That's what we're doing here with this truck. I'm loving Lucky though. She starts right up, and she needs a few parts, but at the price point that we're into this one, yeah, we're very happy. So far, I don't know what we're into her. I guess we're into her about $900 now. So we're not complaining. A lot of the times I get deals from some of the guys around will give me deals because they've been watching me, and they know that I've been turning wrenches since I've been about 5, although I went and I've done all kinds of other trades and stuff. Guy, this is my favorite thing to do. Working out in a driveway. Here's our old muffler. It came off, and our old exhaust. I don't think I even showed that. But yeah, I like working around the driveway. I like working outside. But I am getting older, of course. We're all getting older, and that's a blessing. But guy's not loving laying down as much as he used to all the time. But I'm not heartbroken about it. Still have the welding shield on. Here's our, so we have catalytic converters that went into a catalytic converter. It has sorry about that, we have a pipe coming off driver's side, passenger side goes into the catalytic converter, so it's double in and one out, kind of reversed to a dual muffler thing. But we went ahead and we kept our sensors and everything. We welded in this pipe. Look, we even welded on hangers and all. She's nice and sturdy. Look how sturdy she is. So what you see back there, it's actually a collector pipe that I had for my old Caprice coming off the headers. So we turned it around and I sent it out that way. Now with the bell on it, it's on the collector. We cut off the end. Oh, isn't that some nice welding? Look at all that nice welding. Anyways, it looks good. But yeah, I'm thinking that we could send a cherry bomb right off the end of it, right out and into a tailpipe. So we got ourselves a little exhaust going there. She sounds really good right now. I'd like to just leave her as she is. I love straight pipe. But leave your catalytic converter on, you'll smell like gas all the time. There you go. We can see it right there, guys. That's the wheel cylinder leaking away. Because she has brakes. Pump, pump, pump. No brakes, right? The wheel cylinder, as you've seen, you'll see over there is toast. And she's going to need some new pads in the back. But like I was saying, I'm just trying to order us a box of parts. Order up that box of parts. And then, yeah, we'll install them. It'll probably be busted, and then when you're looking, it'll be fixed up. Usually the way that we do things. There we are, though. Yeah, just weld yourself a little tab on if you need to do something like that. It works. Probably, I guess, probably works 50% of the time. That's not so bad.